Beep, beep.
Hello.
Bonnie Miller.
Bonnie Miller?
You say it like there's something wrong with that. Bonnie Miller. Hey, Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie. Bonnie Miller?
What's up?
Where's Bonnie Miller from?
Oh, my.
We didn't see her, did we?
Every time we get on this call, you ask that question.
Well, I can't help she's the only one on the call.
Kentucky, honey, Kentucky.
Oh, she'll be at next year's reunion. Hey, did you get her rooms booked?
Who are y'all? I know, right?
Did you get her rooms booked?
Honey.
I was told that there's another, like a lot of stuff going on that weekend.
There is.
So we need to.
But we have a room block at each hotel, and when those room blocks are gone, then the rooms are gone. But until then.
Have you got a room yet?
So, hey.
Hey!
Who else is joining us? Please.
What?
Remember, this is a business.
Oh, what?
This is a business.
So you don't need my participation?
Yeah, there's lots of hotels around, I hear. Street Rod Nationals are the week after. Hey, Patty.
Patty what?
McCabe, honey, hey, Christy.
Hey, Patty, but I don't know.
Hi.
Christy. Oh, I know Christy. We went to
I wish I could put it on
Magic
pause, because I would
Kingdom.
go ahead and let you just go ahead and take the night off, because we're not doing this again. This is
No,
what
no,
happened
this
last
is
time
fine.
when we had to delete it. Hey, Emily.
Hey, Emily. I need my glasses.
So,
Can't see.
yeah, we've missed you guys. Had a great couple of weeks, but and thank you, Melina, again. Driving to grab our daughter. I'll be on and off, but we'll catch the replay. Perfect. Hopefully, I won't have to delete it this time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, so I'm sure that Melina, in fact, I know because I watched or I listened to part of them when we came back, but Melina covered a lot about what happened at reunion, which is awesome. Thank you again, Melina.
Melina was awesome. And
She's
so
awesome.
was the reunion was awesome.
What was your favorite part?
Oh, you're going to put me on the spot?
No, I just was
Are you
curious.
kidding me? I thought we talked about this.
What?
Putting each other on the spot on front of live television.
Melina did awesome. Yes, she did. And then she did it again last week and talked about parties. So that was awesome too.
What was your best part?
Oh, I loved so much of reunion. I just can't even I loved when they did little snippets of their story, meaning Roger and Colby
yes,
and
that was
Dave, and it was just so awesome. Colby got a little choked up during his, and that was so cool. Anyway, that was one of my favorite things. And hey, Tasha. Hello, Wadey. That was so cute. Hi, Linda. Yeah, so everybody's story was just really touching, and I loved that. And then, of course, I always love when we get to see everybody. And
That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Seeing everybody.
Yeah, it was just so cool, all of it. And, of course, the products and catalog, that just kind of, hey, Lacey, that just kind of speaks for itself. But the retail store was amazing. Danielle helped with a lot of the shirts and whatnot this year in the retail store, and she did amazing. She created a lot of the different designs and stuff, and she just did an awesome job. So anyway, so that was cool. What else? Product reveal was awesome. There was just so much was cool. Oh, and then at the Paisleys, seeing, of course, you know, a lot of the people are on my team anyway, but then, you know, we have kind of this smaller little group in the front line people. There were so many of you guys that got up on stage for Paisley Awards, which was just really, that was awesome. So anyway, big kudos to that.
It was good seeing a lot of fresh faces, new faces.
And we got to meet Paisley. That was so cool.
Paisley is a thing now.
Paisley is a Paisley. We went to not Magic Kingdom. We went to Disney and got to meet Paisley. So, anyway.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Paisley shows up at Disney.
Yeah, it was really cool. Bonnie, unless you're dead, you better be there, girl. We can't wait to meet you in person. And yeah, I'm with you, Christy. I just loved that, and I was kind of crying too. That was a hard one. Oh, and then the heroes thing. Of course, the lady's story kind of went on a little bit longer, but that was really cool having someone there that actually benefited from the scholarship and
the daycare
and the daycare usage, and it just kind of reminded us how important that heroes program is, and just to really make sure that we're cognizant of it when we're doing parties and things like that. I mean, I think Kelly did a thing, and I should have looked for it, but I didn't think of it until just now. But she talked about doing the hashtag Heroes 500, and sharing it with people and whatnot, so that we could all promote it a little bit more, and getting more people also to take advantage of it. So retail was awesome. Kentucky's going to be amazing. Excited to meet the people. It was your first reunion. Oh, that is so cool, Patty. It was good, huh? Once you start going to these things, it's like you don't want to miss one. Hi, Pamela.
Yeah, you get to meet people, and that's we did a thing at one of the what are they called? Workshops, where we sat around the table and talked, and that was awesome.
Yeah, you liked it, but it was
I did like it.
You were able to participate a lot in that.
Well,
Some of the people
I wasn't
didn't
even going to join the table. I was the door guy, and then there was a table that had an empty chair, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go over and check this out.
I'm glad you did.
But then I actually got involved.
Yeah.
I was talking to these people. Like, I knew what I was talking about.
Well, and you kind of have an advantage because you get to see what I do all the time. Some of those tables, unfortunately, I had heard some things that some of those tables didn't have, people that were really working their business hard, and so they couldn't. Some of the people couldn't get.
Well, they asked me questions.
Advice.
Well, they asked me some questions. I was like, and you wasn't there, so I didn't know what to say.
Right.
But
right. Yeah, we should have split it up a little better, but we learned on that one. But otherwise, oh my gosh, Melina and Danielle's social media, their little workshop was amazing. Yeah, that was awesome. Danielle Malik, the other girl that was. Did you go to that one with? No, you went to Colby's. You went to Colby's, and then yeah, you did. You went.
I had to leave early.
Yeah, you went to what?
What did you interrupt me for?
Oh, because I thought you were going to interrupt me. And you did. So
no, I wouldn't interrupt you, honey. What are you talking about?
And then Patty did one. Everybody. They were all good, and we didn't get to see them all. So I would love to be able to see them all at some point. But Bonnie, I wonder how stuff like that will work at Louisville because it's rows of seats.
But where is the?
That'll be probably for the general session, I'm guessing, which will be okay. It'll be okay to have rows of seats.
We're at a palace in Kentucky?
Louisville Palace?
So we'll be in rows of seats?
It's like theater-style seating. But anyway, it'll be great. I mean, this particular workshop was in a smaller room with round tables.
Cindy's going to the Dallas rally.
Awesome. Awesome.
I like getting together.
I do too. So speaking of which, the rallies are coming up in October, and we've got them everywhere, so that's going to be cool. And then
Canada's coming.
I know. We don't know any more details yet, but
they sure like keeping us on the string, don't they?
Well, it's not that. They have to on this particular one because of the government and whatnot in Canada. We can.
I looked up Calgary.
What?
Calgary is way west.
Yeah.
How is this over here going to help distribute to there?
Well,
They're going to take it through the border there
we're
and
gonna
ship it all the way over?
We're going to have a West Coast distribution center eventually as well.
True.
So that'll help. Absolutely.
We're going to have one in Italy, too.
Yeah, one day. For sure.
All right.
Patty said everything may not be at the palace. Okay, yeah. So anyway, that's going to be so exciting.
Yep.
So we do want to talk about that. What I love is that we've all been... Yes, dear?
We've been challenged by our leader to have
Hi,
1,000 attendees.
And I think we can do it this time.
I think so because it's centrally located and everybody get there and we have 3 hotels to choose from. So the price ranges are flexible.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we should do it.
We will do it. Part of the reason why we have had not lower numbers, but somewhat lower numbers like this year was because of the cost. It gets really expensive. You got to fly there or drive. Then you got to pay for the hotel, and then you pay for your reunion cost.
Yeah.
And so this time, not only did they knock the reunion cost down to $99,
Yes,
which is
$99.
awesome. You can pay an extra $50 if you want the turn down gifts, but that's just more stuff to carry home. So it's totally up to you. But
oh, that's an option.
Yeah, it's $50.
Awesome.
I know.
Because people worry about how they're going to get it home.
Exactly.
And they have to pay to ship it home or pay airfare for another bag or something.
Right.
Ah, awesome.
It's going to be great. So there's that, and then like he said, the 3 tiers of room rates, which is awesome. I mean, it's, you know, what was it? I think there was one in there for like $109. So
that's one we're getting.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Hell yeah, 109, baby.
So yeah, so it should be just really amazing. And then remember that if you get to manager level, if you're not there yet, get to manager level by about June.
Yep.
And you get to go to the leaders' night. And
yes.
The leaders' night's going to be fun.
Yes.
Fun. Do you remember
manager level.
What did they? Let's see. Here we go. I got it here. Registrations. Oh yeah, this is for the registration. So there's $99, and then a $50 bonus option, and then manager or higher. You won't want to miss this. Spend the day learning how to be a more effective leader, and then spend the rest of the day on a unique tour of the Kentucky Derby Museum.
Ooh.
And then we're going to do...
We get smoke cigars?
Maybe that evening. It's because we'll have an exclusive tour of the Buffalo Trace Distillery, which is awesome.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So anyway...
Drinking bourbon and smoking cigars.
Hey, Deborah.
Hey, Emily.
Melina.
Sorry. They're right there beside each other.
Whiskey and Derby Museum. That's right. So... we got to really push it, promote it with our teams. And I love bourbon, Bonnie. I think I like bourbon more than he does. Do you like bourbon?
I used to.
Yeah,
it doesn't agree with me as well as it used to. I think. Or maybe I just don't drink enough anymore.
Did you drink any this last week? I did.
I drank some rum.
Yeah, we drank rum.
Had some beer.
So anyway, we really want to, try to share it with our team members and make sure that everybody is aware of all of the changes and how Pink Zebra has made it more affordable so that more of us can go. Your Siamese cat's name is Bourbon. How fun. Yeah, Lacey, I'm with you. Have a cigar with it. Deborah used to drink it all the time. I do like, I like the taste.
That's what I said. I used to drink it all the time.
I like the taste of bourbon. So... anyway, so that's that. I even had a note on here, Bonnie. We finally get to meet you. Keenan said rum. Keenan likes rum. So there's that. Okay, so we're excited about that. And then don't forget about rallies. Be sure and get to your rally wherever your local is. Yes?
We're going to get to meet a lot of people in Kentucky. And Bonnie's one of them.
I know.
It's going to be pretty awesome.
I know. It's going to be epic.
When is it? How much longer we got to wait?
It is July.
Well, yeah. It's July?
July 29th to 31st.
It's not August, it's July.
It's a different pattern as well. It's a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday again. I think we did that the very first time.
That sucks for my balls.
Well, not any more than Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Well, I used to just go out Thursday, but now I have to take the whole week off. I can't go in on a Wednesday or Thursday. What is that?
Oh, well.
I guess
maybe you should work on promoting so that you don't have to work next year.
Oh, that's even a better idea.
So, Deborah, yes, that's awesome to hear. Sunday to Tuesday, they're right. So, anyway, it's going to be awesome. We'll keep talking about it.
There's Hillary.
Hillary says, I know I said hi to her a few minutes ago. Our rally says Lincoln and Omaha. Does anyone know which it is? Not yet.
I'm going to go on a limb and say we're talking about Nebraska.
I don't know.
They don't know the card?
I think so.
Where's that card at?
I don't. It's on. I posted
it doesn't
it.
say?
I posted it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll know more. He's just now getting people to send in their requests. Lacey, we so want to be there. I have, I just found out though, when we got back that I have relatives that are going to be in town that weekend, and I couldn't ask them to switch weekends because I have parties and events every other weekend in October. So this October we're not going to be able to, as much as we wanted to go to New York, we're not going to be able to. But we could always ask to go in the fall, and we want to go to.
Can we just go by and see them later or something?
No,
this is like going up to the Northeast in the fall.
I know, honey.
We'd have to wait a whole another year to do this.
I know, but it's family members that are not doing well, so I'm going to be here. If you want to request to go to a rally, somebody else, where else you can. So anyway, I'm sorry. What else? Hopefully Cindy will go. Yes.
Bucky's right here.
Bucky and Sadie are doing great. They were spoiled rotten while we were gone.
Spoiled rotten.
Now every time I sit down, Bucky tries to jump in my lap. So Miss Lori let him jump in her lap all the time. I let him jump in my lap, and now he's like, he doesn't even wait for an invitation. He just jumps up. I'm tucked underneath my desk right now, so he can't. So anyway, I know, Lacey. We had hoped to go somewhere northeast for the fall, but yeah, the way it works out, I'm just not gonna be able to this time. So anyway, you know, I gotta.
Look, you're famous. They're asking about you.
Say hi.
They're asking about you. Look. So
anyway, there's Bucky. Let's see what else. Love you all, my daughters. Okay, see you later, Emily. So you guys heard about the new senior manager position, right? Is anybody on here kind of close to maybe getting it, possibly? I think it's $15,000 to qualify for 2 months, and then 2 managers with 2 additional consultants on your team to promote. That's kind of a cool deal, right? So I'm just curious if anybody's going to be working on that for the fall, or if you have team members that are. That's really cool. I'm excited about that. And then, of course, y'all know about the director thing. I'd settle for executive consultant. Hang in there, Bonnie. Hang in there. Not the managers. Well, you know what? If you have the sales, though, that's half the battle.
That is probably, yeah. That's tough.
Yeah. Colby talked a lot about going wide at Reunion, and he did a whole workshop on it, and I think he did a leadership thing on it when we were gone, so I didn't get to be a part of that. But when you go wide, you end up with good volume, which will help you when it's time to promote, and then it'll help you stay there so that you don't fall back as soon as you hit manager, senior manager. You don't suddenly fall back and lose your paid as title. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Then you'll get your rock stars in place, and it'll keep on growing. So Patty is close to manager. Awesome. Cindy, hang in there too. Hang in there. Not super close to senior manager, but working on it. Oh, Melina, yeah, you definitely, you'll get there. No doubt. You'll get there quickly. Anyway, it's kind of exciting. It's nice to have a whole other level to work for between that manager and executive manager. It's not as daunting.
It took you a long time, though.
The EM is hard. I mean, you go from 5,000 in volume to, what was it, 10,000, 13? I forget. It was a lot. But the biggest thing was going from 2 executive consultants and 2 consultants to suddenly having 4 managers on your front line. I mean, that's a lot. So,
yeah.
Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. And then the shift in director is an awesome thing too, because now when you promote to director, if you don't have a director under you and you only have an executive manager, you don't get penalized. You actually get paid for your executive manager. So that's a win-win for sure.
So we're making more money?
No, I'm an executive director. But, well, no. I mean,
Honey, how can I quit my job?
Because you could work the business a little bit harder.
Oh, that's so funny.
One for Dana. I'm kidding. So how about the new report? Has anybody played with that yet? The the new report for being able to see, thank you, Bonnie, to being able to see how many parties your team is having. I went on there this afternoon and I was going to, Cindy, right? I was going to actually name off everybody that's at a party this month. And the list was so long, there's just no way. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll do it for 2 parties and over, but it was still a really, really long list, which the good news is a lot of people are having parties. So that's good news. But I wasn't able, I got to figure out if there's a way that I can like highlight and copy and whatever, because otherwise I can't redo all the names. But it's exciting to see that. And then when we do challenges now, I'll be able to sort through, and we can do challenges actually on how many parties somebody books. So that's very, very cool. And yeah, if you can use it for your team and kind of keep people, praise the people that are having the parties and whatnot, then that's awesome. I love that. The more opportunity we can see what everybody's doing and give them some kudos and praise from time to time, the better it is. So let's see, the next thing, okay, I had down for the rallies. Some of the things, one of the managers, we were talking at reunion about some of the things that we could talk about on this training, or on this, it's not really, I don't know if this is a training, this is just more of a live stream connection for us to be able to make with you guys. But some of the things that she mentioned was for us to be able to really drill into some of the different things that we do as a company, because we kind of take it for granted that people just know the importance of why you would want to go to a rally, where not everybody does. And so if you can get your team and influence your team to understand the importance, well, now I'm going to use rally as the example because that's coming up. But some of the reasons why it's important to go to a rally. The first one, in my opinion, is that when they say when you go up, or when you show up, you go up. And I believe that's 100% true. And the reason I believe that is because if you watch the people that take a break and walk away and they don't do anything for a while and then they come back, they struggle because they don't have that constant connection that we've all got, because we're either attending or we're paying attention. I mean, maybe we can't get there sometimes, and that's totally understandable, but you're still connected. You're still wanting to find out what was talked about. You're not just kind of blowing the whole thing off. So that's really important, to stay connected to things like that. For the rallies. Rallies are great because you meet people, and
that's important.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have this support group,
yes,
that's close to you, and you can really rely on one another when you need to. And then you can talk about having local meetings, like support groups. Bonnie just said it. Exactly. Yeah, you miss out if you don't try to attend them.
And you get to meet everybody, and then the next time you see them, you're like, hey, what's going on?
And
then if you keep doing it,
you start to feel like a family.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hang on, my mind went blank. What's his name?
Colby? Is it somebody in Pink Zebra?
He's a director.
Brett?
No.
Jim Kessler?
No.
What other director?
Al!
Oh, Al! Al, that's, of course. Durr. Sorry about that, Al, if he's watching.
I would.
I love
I
Al.
couldn't think of his name.
He's
so
easygoing.
Okay, hang on.
He's so good.
But me and Al, we've gotten kind of close.
Yeah.
We hang out and talk.
Yeah.
And
it's nice every time you see him. You're like, oh, dude,
Yeah, we talk about things and
more than
show
just
each other
zebra.
pictures of stuff. And
right.
Share
your fish and
our personal lives with each other.
Right.
So it's
and that's
pretty
just
cool.
it. Is you do become connected to these people, and then there's more involved than just going to a business meeting. I mean, you're actually going to see the people that.
I go for the people.
Yeah. I love the people. I love the people. That's my favorite thing. I've always said that's one of my favorite things. That's why I want us to get an RV and one day travel around and see you guys and not have to wait for a rally, but make a trip to Kentucky or go up to New York, Lacey, and come visit you and, whatever. So that would be kind of cool. And then Cindy says that's why I love the team meeting. Yeah, I love having team meetings. In fact, we're having one not this Saturday, but next Saturday, and we're going to do the mock party. And I'm super excited about it. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to Facebook or Face Live, whatever it's called, Facebook Live, some of it, if not all of it, because I feel like it's so important to show people how easy it can be. That you can add stuff to it, but I'm gonna keep it very basic.
You want to do this here?
Uh-huh.
How many people are gonna be here?
We've got quite a bit saying they're coming right now.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. And literally what we're going to do is I'm going to decide who, if I don't know if Emily's still on, but if she's going to be here, or Liz, or somebody that's going to be here that will be the hostess, and then I'm going to be the Pink Zebra consultant. What are you doing?
Bonnie said I was glad that I took a bath when I was in the British Virgin Islands.
We'll tell you about that. We will tell you about that at the end, because that was we got to tell you about that. But anyway, so I'm going to be the Pink Zebra consultant, and I'm going to treat that person just like I would treat a hostess, and I'm going to do exactly what I do at my parties. Some of my parties I do a couple of games, other parties I don't, because it doesn't fit. So I'm going to keep it simple. I will do a couple of games, but I'm going to show everybody how simple it really is, and that it's not scary, and that once you get in there, it just flows. You don't. I mean, I know people stand up, like Nikki Stromecki did an amazing job at the reunion, getting up there on stage with her group and doing a party. But it does. I mean, mine are not that structured. I still want to talk about the opportunity. I talk about the catalog. I try to walk through it, but I don't. Mine is not that structured. I just have certain things that I want to make sure I cover, and then I try to kind of go by the feeling of the group. So anyway, that's that. That's next weekend, and not this weekend, but next weekend, and I'm really excited about it. So glad to. Okay, we'll talk about that later. You come visit us anytime. But seriously, that is our goal. That is our plan. I know Jessica Lynch and her husband they've got a camper, and they're doing.
That's awesome.
Well,
they got a motorhome. They sold their house. They homeschool their kids.
Yeah.
And they're traveling.
They're traveling the United States so they can do events and things like that, which would be fun to do. But I'm more interested in going and see the team members.
They took their kids.
I know.
That is awesome.
Yeah. You want to have more kids and we can go do that? I'm kidding.
We do it without the kids.
I know. I'm kidding. Anyway.
That's awesome.
I know. It's very, very cool.
But this job gives you that flexibility to do that.
To do that, yeah.
She still works for business, and she's still making money, and she's able to live in a motorhome and travel the United States. She doesn't have to wait till she retires and her kids are grown.
Right.
She's doing it now while the kids are young.
Well, they were going to do it later, but it worked out that they were able to go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important to set a goal.
That is awesome.
It's so important to decide what you want to strive for, because, man, it'll keep you working. It'll keep you working at it all the time.
Yeah.
Because you don't, I mean, every time I think about what we want to go do, and every time I talk to you guys, I'm like, we got to get there. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Yep. That's what we want to do.
And the line of progression is starting to aim up.
I know. Well, once we have Canada on, and it's just going to keep on going.
The line has been doing this, and now it looks like it is tilting up.
Well, last month was an amazing month. July was great.
Maybe it'll go.
Yeah, which means you want to make sure you're getting out there and getting new customers and talking about the business opportunities.
Yes.
So be sure you're doing that.
Yes.
The one other thing I'm going to say about rallies is if you have a friend or an acquaintance that you've ever talked to that has expressed any kind of interest or has talked about maybe wanting to dabble in direct sales or looking for a little bit of extra money, be sure to invite them to a rally. And if they're not in your local area, maybe, like, let's say, for example, they're coming to Houston. We'll be in Houston. I don't know if I'll be leading. We may just be there to cheer everybody on because of my relatives coming. But let's say that you live in New York and they're coming to Houston. You sign them up. You get them going. You send me a message or somebody else that's coming to Houston and say, hey, I've got this person that's coming because they're interested in hearing more about it. And we will make sure and take care of them and hope to get them signed up for you.
Yes.
Because that's just the way that's how it works.
We will find them.
Yeah. Yeah, because we want...
Kind of like we did Monica? What's her name?
D'Amica?
D'Amica. I was like, Monica?
D'Amica?
Yeah.
Love her. So, anyway, invite those guests. Tell them about it. Tell them, how amazing it would be. I mean, if you can afford to pay their way, then great. If not, I'm sure they'd be willing to pay a little because they're going to get to walk away with a gift. But definitely use these as opportunities, as we call them, because they're really getting to see the heart of the business and they're getting to see everybody together. And if they're going to another location that you're not going to be at, we want to make sure that we welcome them and make them feel like part of the family. So I want to go back. Okay, Lacey said, I thought you meant mock party online. I've actually done a Facebook Live party. I know everybody does them different, and it's kind of a funny... Melina actually did a really good thing on Consultant Corner video talking about parties and how... I think she talked about how she did them a little bit. I got a phone call like right in the middle of it. I like to do Facebook Live. I set them up in an event, and then I go through and kind of share pictures for the week. But then on the night of the party, I go live, and I actually have one of them that I had saved that I could share on our group page. But no, I wanted to do a in-home party because I don't know about y'all, but my average sales with an in-home party is always better than anything I've ever done online. And it's simply because they're smelling the products. They get to smell it, and they get to see it, and they get to understand how it all works. So that's why I do that. Silly question. Do business supplies count toward the $150 to be on the consultant register for the month?
No.
No. You know what, though? Because I ordered some supplies last month.
Yep.
And it did show up. Oh, wait. Did it show up at my SV?
No.
No, I guess not. I don't think so. If it's changed, y'all let me know. But I don't think so. No. I think he's right. I had a girl that resigned, but when her 6 months are up, she's signing back on. Well, good. She needs to.
Oh, wow.
This is the best.
I was reading that thinking, okay, she resigned from you and she signed it back on with someone else.
No, she's signing up with her.
But she resigned.
This is the best catalog, y'all. And it's only going to get better. I say that every time, but I mean it this time.
It actually gets
It
better.
does get better. And you know why? It's because they listen to us. You know that ideas and feedback at pinkzebrahome.com? I'm telling you right now, they read everything that comes through there. I could tell by looking at this catalog how much they read everything that we send. Are you looking for a catalog?
I was looking for the...
What?
The liquid soaps.
The soap? Yeah,
because
it's downstairs.
it's white. What do they call it?
It's called water white.
Water white.
So you can spray it right on your clothes,
on
your skin.
It doesn't stain anything, supposedly.
I've been spraying it all over the place. There's one that we got at Reunion, something nutmeg, I think, or chutney nutmeg, I think, that is so good. And I've been spraying it all over everything. I have a friend, but she is not sure if she can go. Can I just get a ticket, or do I have to put in her name? I think that you can get you know what you could do is put her name in, and then if she can't go, just be sure before the deadline that you switch her name out and put somebody else's in. Home parties are the money makers, right? Gets bigger and better. Still never had a party except to order my supplies. You're so funny. It's ideas and feedback, and spell out the word and, at pinkzebrahome.com. Yeah, we got to get you having a party, Bonnie. Somehow, some way. Even if it's, I don't know. There's so many different ways. And you know what? Okay, I'm going to make a note. Next week we're going to talk again about parties because we're going to run out of time today. But the different ways that you can have parties, because it's endless. Anything. I mean, I don't know if it's, we've talked about, bowling alleys and girls' night outs at a wine bar. I mean, there's just so many different things. I'm going to talk about that too here in a minute. I planted seeds for 2 years, and it's getting bigger and better, and it's starting to pay off. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, so rally. Be there, right? Right. Okay, we have a booking blitz coming up. The booking blitz is really kind of cool. And so this last time we were actually out of town. I was like, really? We're going to do a booking blitz and we're going to be out of town? I can't even. But what was cool is because I knew everybody else was doing it, so I reached out to people that I knew that it was time for them to have a party. So basically what I'm saying is that even though I wasn't available at the time, I still felt that need to be a part of it. And so I still booked some parties because I reached out to people that I knew. Now that we know that it's coming up and they planned it a little further out, August 25th to 27th, mark your calendars. But I would absolutely start going back and looking at any customers that you've had, any past hostesses that you've had, anybody that maybe you've given a catalog to, whether they expressed interest or not, if they've ordered from you or not. You know, I'm thinking about maybe putting together like a little cute, like something like this. It won't look like this, but something like this that I could either put in an email format or that I could print and take it to people and say, you know, I'm going to be having parties, blah, 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 and give those out during the booking blitz and mail them out, and then also make phone calls and send text messages to just
That'd be a good
everybody.
idea.
It's a blitz,
That way
it's just like you're just trying to reach a bunch of people.
Give them something.
Yeah, right?
Because then they'll go home and they'll look at it. It's like, you know what? I could invite someone. They'll think about it later. They'll have this to remind them.
Yeah.
You know, we're
I
having
gotta come up with something.
You know,
I haven't done that yet, and it's coming up, so I gotta work
I
on
have
it.
so and so coming by. Maybe we can just, you know, invite a few more friends.
Just anything, something to do a blitz with. I have a list of 60 people. See, that's perfect. And I think last time, if I'm not mistaken, Colby gave us. He did. He gave us some. He gave us some scripts, and he'll probably do that again. So use them. I mean, use a script with a text message or call. You know what I figured? I have figured this out. So when I call people anymore, unless they're expecting my call, I get a voicemail almost every time. People don't answer the phone like they used to. They see your name and number and they're like, oh, I don't really have time right now. So they just don't answer. So I have just set myself in program mode to know I'm going to get it. Bless you. I'm going to get a voicemail. So I go ahead and plan what I'm going to say. Now then, if they answer, then I'm ready to say whatever I got to say. But I just kind of plan what message I'm going to leave. Because it's like, I don't know about y'all, but unless I'm calling somebody specifically that is expecting my call, I get voicemail.
I never answer the phone.
See?
Even if I'm expecting your call, I answer your phone.
Honey, that's not nice. That's during your mock party. You're so funny. I haven't had a party except online. Okay, Cindy, well, let's work on that. We'll come up with some things next week to share with you guys of different ways that you can get and book parties. And then I'm telling you, I really want to videotape this because I keep my parties so flippin' simple, and I think that's why people they're okay with having a party. It's like, oh yeah, I want to do that. I do the little I do a small version of a candle bar.
First of all, you have to take a shot when you walk in the door. Tequila shot or a shot of your choice.
Bourbon. Yeah.
And then we do what's the thing under the stick? Usually the stick never falls below about right here.
I forget what that's called.
We fall backwards.
Limbo. The limbo.
Yeah, we don't do the limbo very well. We just fall on the ground.
No, but seriously though, where was I going with that? I just keep it to where, and doing the little miniature version of a candle bar, people always say, oh, I could totally do this. That's a team meeting. That's not the kind of game.
Pin the tail on the paisley. Okay,
anyway, I digress. A friend of mine wants to do a fundraiser for her Rally for Life team. I told her we can do 2 between now and then. Good. Bonnie, do the fundraisers. That's like party times 5, you know? Do the fundraisers. Robocops are using local numbers. I called myself the other day. Oh, gosh. Oh, you're so funny. Limbo, yep. What? I know, right? He's so silly. So, okay, so we'll talk about that a little bit more maybe next week too, but we'll definitely talk about parties. Okay, so we've had a lot of new people join with this little join special that we had, right? Which is super cool. I love that we had a little join special. and it was outside of our normal book. You know, have this many parties or whatever it was we did for sales, and then you got a discount coupon. This was just kind of a gimme, which is nice. But the important thing to remember now is when you get these new people is to make sure you're giving them a little coaching. Now, the good news is that we have this app on our phones that will walk them through step by step. I love the app. I love the app. Do y'all love the app? Is the app just awesome? I mean, I'm learning, again, things that I've forgotten over time, which I love that. And I think that maybe a request is that every now and then to go back and refresh, you know, to be able to go back and refresh some of this stuff. But anyway, make sure they know about the app. Make sure they know about the Quick Start. The Quick Start can help them really get a good start. When they do the Quick Start, they're going to aim for friends and family, which is great because you want to go ahead and get those friends and families captured in the beginning if you can, if they're willing to buy. I had lots of friends, little family, that bought back in the beginning. But that's okay. Quick Start, so important, and it really gets them off on the right foot. Plus, it'll get them working on their frank list so that they'll have more people to contact. It's just good all the way around. And then they get pink dollars, right? They'll get pink dollars. And then the pink dollars, Bonnie, is their free stuff. You can turn around and, you know, buy them something free if you want to. But no, the pink dollars will help you invest in your own business with product. I recommend using the pink dollars for cartons and glimmer glass or jars because, I mean, to me that's the big seller and that's the thing that you can use at events or anywhere else that you go. So anyway, make sure that, and I don't know if y'all noticed, but there is a new Quick Start PDF in the back office. I went to print it, but it doesn't fit in the normal page, so I couldn't do that. But it's pretty awesome. So, okay, then let's see. Oh, I did want to talk about this real fast, and I'll bring it up again later in a few months. But you know, we have the Paisley Awards every year at Reunion, and Paisley Awards is cool. So the award period this year is going to be from July 1st, 2017 to June 30th of 2018. And the categories are going to be top sales volume, that's your personal sales volume, the top number of parties. So you want to make sure when you're putting in orders, if you can put them in as parties, that's even better because that'll count towards a party. And a party needs to be at least $150 minimum to count as a party. So that is one of the categories, which is cool. Top qualified new sponsors. That means
what won that this year?
What won what?
Top qualified new sponsor. Who won that?
You I have to get the list. I remember Shannon Stewart won. I think that was Karen Esposito. Let's see. I got it somewhere. I just gotta find it.
That's all right. That's all right. I was just.
Yeah. Let's see. Nikki Stremecki won one or two, and then Shannon Stewart won one, and then Karen Esposito won one, and that's talking about the big Paisleys, like what I got up in the cabinet. And then they had smaller trophies for some of the other, for like two and whoever came in second and third, and then they had little stars. We got.
Oh, there's something else besides the star.
Yeah, there's like for second and third place. There's like a little small. It's not a Paisley. It's a small little thing.
Awesome.
Not little thing. It's an awesome little award, but smaller than the Paisley. So anyway, okay, back to top qualified new sponsors means that somebody has joined and they hit 500 in their first 30 days. That's what qualifies them.
Okay.
Top group volume 3 levels deep. That's really cool. Okay, so it used to be just top group volume. And it was really hard to ever beat the top 3 people because they were the top 3 people. But now it's 3 levels deep. So it only counts your level 1, level 2, and level 3. So your potential for moving up on that one is easy. I mean, that's a great one. And then top level 1 promotions. So if you have anybody that you personally sponsored that promotes, I know it says top level 1 promotions, but it's really anybody that you personally sponsored.
I mean, some of these might be difficult for some people, but there's 3 or 4 of these that.
How is it difficult?
I'm just saying top 3 levels. Some people don't have very many people on their team.
Well, yeah, if you're brand new, maybe.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But
as
some
soon as you have
of these
levels,
are actually realistic for someone new, like, number of parties or
absolutely.
your sales.
Absolutely.
I mean, because
top qualified sponsors, because it starts on July 1st and goes
was
through
it
Michelle?
Michelle's only been in it for a year, and she got
Look
a
at Crystal
trophy.
Kelly. Crystal Kelly was winning left and right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's all, and then we have the Consistency Award, which quite a few of us won. The Sales Consistency Award, which is $12,000 in sales volume for a year. That sounds like a lot, but when you go back, you'll be surprised. I was looking at mine for the last 3 years because I was curious if I went up or down or whatever. And there was a big jump from last year to this year, which was good because you want to see your personal sales continue to increase year after year. So, and then sponsoring consistency, having at least 12 qualified sponsors, you get a star for that too. So anyway, I just wanted everybody, I don't know, does everybody have this, or was it put anywhere in a newsletter or anything? Because if not, I think I may scan it and put it on our group page so that everybody kind of has an idea. And then when you're working your business, you're kind of cognizant of, what's up, because some people, everybody has a different love language. We learned about love language at reunion, which I love that because I'm all about the love language. But some people love awards and love to strive for them. Some people love recognition. Some people love, different things. Maybe, you know what, that's going to be a topic for us one of these days too, because I love that, the love languages.
We'll answer Bonnie's question.
What did Bonnie say?
Bonnie wants to know what's the difference between doing an event or setting up at a shop. But if you set up at a shop for 5 days, that's temporary. That's not a permanent location. So
if you're setting up a booth at a shop,
we've done party on the go at shops.
Yeah.
And we've actually done daily deals at shops, but
not every day.
Not for 5 days.
No. And as long, okay, so here's what you can't do. You can't take all your product, give it to a store, and say, here, put this on display and sell it. You can't do that. You can't set up in a store that's a permanent setup, period. Whatever you're doing.
But what about for 5 days?
5 days is fine. We have fairs that go on
That's
for 5 days.
what I'm saying. Can you go and set up in a store for 5 days?
For 5 days, absolutely. Absolutely. As long as it's not permanent, you're good. The other thing that I've told people, and I've done this, if you, like, let's say, for example, you have a hairdresser and she has her own little salon area, you cannot set up for, your items to sell. Like, I couldn't go and give her all my, a bunch of sprinkles to sell directly, but I could give her a simmer pot. I could give her a couple of jars that she would use in the simmer pot to mix them. I could give her some catalogs. I could give her my business card. I could give her some invoices. She could take orders, send them to me, or if she wants to be the consultant, and I could order things for her. Not selling directly off her shelf, that's basically just, a little setup to show what we can do, but then she's taking orders. It's almost like a party on the go, and it's not selling retail. I hope that makes sense to everybody. Find out about setting up in Fort Knox and do it. That sounds awesome. Hi, Bill.
Hello, Bill.
We loved meeting you two. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
Okay, it's 6:49. Real fast. Let's talk about. Okay, so I'll do. Let's talk about the incentive trip for 2018. We're going to Dominican Republic, Secrets Cap Cana Resort and Spa.
This place is not even open yet. It'll be brand new.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's not open yet. It's still under construction. So this is a brand new resort. Should be very cool. It will be very cool. So, and how many people were at the last incentive trip? 100 something?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was a lot. It was awesome. And I will tell you guys, a lot of those people, like, for example, I know I say Crystal Kelly a lot, but she did this. She joined in August, She earned the incentive trip.
Oh, so did Michelle.
So did Michelle. Oh, and what's her name? Christine McNutt, that joined like fall and earned it. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, it's doable. It's absolutely doable. It sounds daunting.
A free vacation, y'all.
Yeah.
Free
Or
vacation.
a laptop. I mean, how cool is that? Or $900 pink dollars.
I need a laptop.
So for 5 days and 4 nights, it's 23,000 points for one. If you want yourself and a guest, it's 39,000 points. If you hit the 23,000 points and you want to bring your spouse or, whoever, a guest, then you can buy them in. But I recommend shooting for the 39,000 and having a trip for 2. I mean, how awesome is that? Sounds daunting. 39,000 points sounds very daunting. But it's doable. The big thing is it involves your personal sales. You definitely want to be recruiting and making sure that you're working with your recruit that they qualify. You want them to qualify because that's where you get 1,000 points for every qualified sponsor.
And if you do that, you can win an award.
Well, that too. See, it's a win-win.
And you're making money.
Right? If you or someone that you personally sponsored promotes, then that's 500 points.
Wow.
If you hold your pay rank every month, that's 500 points.
Wow.
And then there's bonus points that you can get as well. And it's all in the back office, so I recommend everybody kind of look through it. But there's also, and it was in the newsletter last night. But there's this tracker, and I actually used this tracker last year just to kind of, not last year, I'm sorry, the year before, just to kind of go through and keep track. And it does help because if you can figure out, see it right here at the bottom, it gives you the example. So if you're looking to have 23,000 points, which is for the trip for one person, so maybe you put in, that you want it for 2, 39,000. But if you do 23,000, your goal, it gives you every single month. And what I love about this is that they have taken into consideration that October and November are busier months. Sales are busier, recruiting is busier. So they've given you more points to be able to get those months to shoot for. So this gives you a monthly goal. I mean, they've set the goal for you. All you've got to do is figure out how you're going to get there. Is it going to be by sales? Is it going to be by recruiting? Is it going to be by promoting? So, and if anybody ever wants to talk about any of this and walk through it, let me know. I'm happy to do it. Cindy said I got to go. I'll watch through. Okay, bye, Cindy. Bye. Don't fall off the bar stools. You're so funny. So anyway, that's that. Does anybody have any questions? I know we kind of covered a lot. It was probably stuff you guys already know, but I didn't want to take for granted that you did, so we wanted to cover this stuff again. Me and you're the only one saying much. That's funny. Yeah, well, that's what happens. People end up having to get off, and they'll come back and watch later, maybe. So if nobody has any questions...
I have the sniffles.
I know.
My nose is itchy.
I was going to just talk about our trip real fast for a few minutes.
Which trip?
Well, we were going to actually talk about the baths.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just for a few minutes, Bob, because that way anybody that doesn't want to hear it can hang up or log off or whatever. Hi, Lazy. So, I know she's
Is that a turd?
Oh, it's not a turd. It's a smiley face.
Oh, it's not a turd.
You're so funny.
Smiley turd.
Smiley turd. So I was just we were going to talk about the baths. So the baths, do you want to tell them about the baths?
Uh-uh.
Come on.
It was a horrible experience.
I loved it.
It's horrible.
So y'all, oh, you're welcome, Bonnie, absolutely. But real fast, we're going to tell you all about this, and then we'll let everybody go. So we're out on this sailboat, right, for many, many days. We actually encountered a tropical depression. We were anchored out in the water, and a big storm came through. And, we thought about it, but we didn't really do much about it. But anyway,
I had to get a shirt.
when we got back to land the next day, there was on the front page this big article showing all of this, the lightning and the flooding and everything that had happened on the islands while we were out at sea. It was pretty funny. But anyway, okay, so the baths. The baths are these cool, like mountains and rocks and whatnot that are all
big rocks.
Big rocks that had all come together, and then there were these, what they call them, the baths. There were these like areas that you could lay down in the water, or it was really cool, and you just kind of find your way around. Anyway, to get there, we had to swim from the boat or the dinghy, but swim all the way up. There was no other way to get there. Like, you couldn't take the dinghy all the way up. So
I'm a sinker, not a floater.
That's not funny. I shouldn't laugh. So I
I'm
jumped in the water.
Swimmer.
I jumped in the water and just followed the girls. I wasn't even thinking about it. And I'm swimming, and it's like, oh my gosh! I kept looking up, going, "Well, we're not there yet. Just keep swimming, keep swimming." It wasn't a big deal, but then I look back.
I was swimming my ass off, and I wasn't going nowhere.
So
I started cramping. Swim. It was not fun.
I can't swim very good either. I mean, I know how to swim, but it's like I'm not a good swimmer. And when the water's deep like that, it's a little nerve-wracking. And it got shallower as we went. Well, anyway, the sad thing was there was this rope that went all the way up.
That was not a sad thing. It saved my life.
Did you grab onto it?
Yes.
I thought that you didn't, because we were laughing because everybody was saying, don't touch that, it'll scratch you up.
I didn't care if it cut my arms off. I was grabbing it.
Well, anyway, the nice thing was that at the very end, you ended up having a good time.
I could have had a real good time. I didn't have to swim.
He had a good time. And then we had to walk. We had to walk like forever and ever and ever and crawl underneath these little holes and caves. And I loved it. I thought it was an awesome day. And then we got to the top, and we got to have lunch and a couple of drinks, and then we had to go back down through the whole thing. And
I was worried about the swimming back to the boat. Like,
so
I still got to go get back to the boat.
Luckily, our good buddy went and got the dinghy and brought it in closer so that he didn't have to swim so far.
It's still fun.
And then the funny part was getting us all into the dinghy. That was
fun too.
Yeah. So yeah, we bought a bunch of shirts and whatnot. It was fun. Anyway, the whole trip was just amazing. It was something
amazing.
It was amazing. It was something that I never could have imagined doing, but we did.
Yeah. What was odd was the first couple of days. It's like, God, we still got 9 more days.
Yeah, we can.
And then all of a sudden it was like, we go home tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, where'd all that time go?
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
It was cool. It was cool. So anyway, if you ever have an opportunity to go sailing in the Virgin Islands, do it and let us know, because we have a whole book on everything that we did. And
yeah, we got a book. We got a map. Went to Foxy's.
Went to the Soggy Dollar. And we got there, it was awesome. I mean,
all these places are people know about, so.
But they know about it because they stay on the island, and then we just kind of came in through the other way, which was cool.
Yeah.
That Soggy Dollar was.
It's only there. You only get to.
Well, that's true. That's true. That was really a cool place, but. And then what was it called? Willie T's was cool.
Willie T's. If you take your shirt off and jump off, you get a free drink or free T-shirt or something.
Yeah, nobody did.
Dana got a free T-shirt.
Oh my God, I did not. Don't start that rumor.
What?
Nobody did that. Nobody in our group did that. There were some young boys that jumped.
They took their pants off.
They put them around their ankles. It's like, what? Y'all are so silly. Anyway, it was one of those moments where I'm like, I'm not watching because I feel like I'm,
She videoed it.
Anyway, they know me better than that. All right. Mardi Gras beads. Right, exactly. So if y'all don't have any questions or anything, we will go ahead and call it a night. It was fun seeing everybody, we see you by your words, but still it was awesome.
It was fun being back.
Yeah. We'll be back next week. Again, Melina, we can't thank you enough.
Yep, Melina. It's awesome.
Hanging in
Jason,
there.
I said hello.
Yep. And Jayetta, too, for helping out.
Where's
Appreciate
Jayetta?
that. She can't do Tuesday nights.
Why?
She does watch the replay a lot of times, but she can't do Tuesday nights. I forget. There's something that goes on Tuesday night. I forget.
Dang it.
Oh, speaking of the devil. Not Jayetta, but no.
Look who's calling me.
Phone.
What?
Y'all have an awesome evening, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.